Hey students, welcome to another Mr. Ness screencast. Today's aim is unitary and federal states, and here are your objectives. Please pause the video, look these objectives over, and get ready to copy some vocab and take some notes. In the last lesson, you learned about boundaries between states, so you were looking at divisions of power at a global scale. In other words, between countries. Today, you're going to learn about two ways of dividing power at the state level, which means within a single country. And the first type is called a unitary state. Unitary states are countries where all power is held by a single central government. Uni is a prefix that means one, and in unitary states there is only one government in the entire country that makes laws. And that means that everyone in that country, no matter which part of it they live in, follows the same laws. Some examples of unitary states are France and North Korea. So those are unitary states. A different way of dividing power is a system called federalism. And countries that follow that system are called federal states. In a federal state, power is shared by a central government and regional governments. That means that the central government has certain powers over the entire country, but there are regions within the country that get to have certain powers of their own that only apply to their region. In other words, the different regions are under the power of the central government, but they also get to make some decisions themselves. Another way of thinking about this is that in federal states, some laws apply to all citizens, while other laws only apply to the people that live in a certain region. In the context of geography, you should always associate federalism with the idea of regions. Substate regions are political units within a state. Some examples of substate regions are provinces in Canada or autonomous regions in China. In the US, substate regions are called states, even though that's confusing because state can also mean country. Now I want to review some other ideas that you've already learned about, but look at them through the lens of federalism and substate regions. The first is centripetal forces. Remember, those are forces that unify a country. Federalism is designed to create unity between different regions by giving them some degree of autonomy. And in some countries, federalism has so far acted as a centripetal force. Let's review a few other centripetal forces quickly. Development means improving people's quality of life through jobs, healthcare, and education. When people feel like their lives are improving, they are more likely to be satisfied with their government, and they're less likely to exploit differences like ethnic divisions. So increasing development across the different regions of a country can help increase the feelings of unity among those regions. Transportation and communication technology allow people in different regions to interact, increasing unity. Currently in 2022, there is an urban-rural regional divide in the US. And so it's no surprise that the recently passed infrastructure bill included billions of dollars for increased broadband access in both urban and rural areas. Popular leaders can unify a country by gaining the support of people across regions regardless of their differences. And you saw that in the last unit with Marshal Tito in Yugoslavia. Democracy unifies regions by allowing people in all areas of the country to have a voice in making the decisions that affect them. And your last example is a new idea, and it's its own vocab word that you need to learn. Forward capital. This is a symbolically relocated capital city. That means that the central government moves the country's capital to a new place for strategic reasons. And sometimes the strategic reason is increasing unity among different parts of the country. You will learn about a forward capital in class. Now let's review centrifugal forces. Those are things that create division among a country's population. Uneven development means that only certain regions of the country are seeing an increase in quality of life, while others do not. Uneven development breeds resentment among regions and can lead to separatism. Political discontent means that people are unhappy with their government and do not feel like it is working for them. You can think of this force as the opposite of popular leaders. Finally, ethnic diversity combined with nationalism is a recipe for disaster, as you saw in the Balkans. Okay, is federalism a centripetal or centrifugal force? In some states, it has been successful at creating unity, but in others, it has contributed to tension. Yugoslavia was a federal state where each region got to elect its own leaders. Unfortunately, people elected nationalist leaders who stoked violence, and that led to Balkanization, where the country broke down along ethnic lines. In class, you'll look at other countries where federalism has succeeded and failed. Now it's time to review the objectives, and if you don't know the answer to any of them, rewind the video and look again. I will see you in class. Bye, students.